Avna is my first project using cheat layer. I have tried using other automation solutions before, but I must say JavaScript is one at the same time the most difficult option for me. But on the other side, once it is programmed, once I was able to crack it, it's much faster and easier to use. And that is why I use JavaScript and cheat layer to make this app. Let me explain you the possibilities of this app. This app has now around 10 functions. Avna is an app that is developed to make Canva automated. Canva is the best tool out there to create content in any format. But it has many design challenges. When we create content for a long time and in large quantities, it is time consuming to use the same tools again and again. Although they have some shortcuts, we can create much more shortcuts using JavaScript and cheat layer, and that is exactly what I tried here. For example, there are multiple mouse clicks required to even download one single project. So what I did is changing the whole process into a one-step process. When you click PNG downloader, it will download the project in PNG format directly to your device. Then there is another challenge that I faced as a designer is to duplicate, because when I deal with a large quantity of content, I will have to duplicate it many times. But it is difficult usually because I will have to click and wait and click and wait again. So the second tool, when you click duplicate pages, you can actually set the number of pages you want to duplicate. When you press it, it's going to do that in an instant. The same goes with delete page. When you press delete page, you can delete as many number of pages that you want to delete, set the number, and the program will run and it will delete that many number of pages from your project. This is very useful when you automate in a larger scale. Then comes Canva styles, which is another tab I use always in Canva. So it is another shortcut where you can directly access that styles tab. Another one is color palette, is another tool that is within Canva styles, and it's under shortcut. Then there is make a project copy. Most of the time when you are working with some clients and they want to create similar content with the same template, it's always wiser to make a copy of the same template rather than working on one single copy. So this is another tool which requires many mouse click to even make a project copy. So in one click you can create a copy of your project. Then another one is for all the Instagram users, where you can create in an instant an Instagram post or an Instagram stories template. So what happens when you click on Instagram stories, for example, it is going to open a new tab with Instagram stories template opened up, which is basically a blank canvas where you can do whatever that you want to do in that canvas, and you can continue working on that. The same goes with Instagram post. When you click on that, it's going to open a new tab and you will get a new canvas, a blank canvas, which you can create your own Instagram post using any template that you want. And there is background remover. Another great important use of Canva is this particular tool. Again, it requires few clicks, and when you deal with more number of images, it's always tedious to go again and again and to click that image. So when you use this particular button in Avna, in one click you will be able to remove the background from any image. So basically the subject will be visible and the background will be erased. It will stop with the option if you want to tweak anything in the background or foreground image, you can do that as well. So it doesn't completely run the entire background remover program. It stops where you want to make the tweaks. The last part is Avna Notes. Avna Notes is an app which you can use to take notes while designing. Avna Notes help you to write the notes on the screen itself, which won't affect your original project files inside Canva. And later, if you want the notes, you can download it as a PNG file in one click. So there is brush to brush where you can write, you can paint, and there is eraser to erase those strokes. There is clear button where you can clear the entire screen at one click, and there is screenshot where you can take the notes as a screenshot and it will be downloaded to your computer or your device as a PNG file. You can also change the brush stroke size and the color of the brush. So it's a simple tool that can be useful in your daily projects. So this is the first stage of our app, Avna, where we are going to automate all the possible actions. Whichever keys and functions that the users use will be converted as a button using code, and these shortcut keys can be useful for everyday designers, all Canva users. Now this is stage 1 of our app Avna. Let's move on to stage 2. In stage 2, we are going to combine these actions and create automated processes. For example, an input process or an output process. To really build efficient automated processes inside Canva, we will need the support of CheatLayer's desktop automation tool. So we are waiting for that. In stage 3, we are talking about fully automated content generation program. Just like when people give a text input, it can actually start a flow of processes where that text input will be taken as input and an entire process will be worked out. For example, if you give a text input, the input will either take that as a text itself or even find an image that corresponds to the text and use that image to create content for you. Now this one is very important for us because this is how we will be able to generate as many image content as possible. There won't be any quantity limit, which means you can create as many content that you want, and all those images will be different in one or many ways. I can show you some random experiments that we conducted here while developing this app. This is still under construction, but check out some awesome results. In phase 2, if we get the CheatLayer automation tools, especially the desktop automation, we will be able to create content like this, where we can duplicate an image or a video file and create random, beautiful, and even very, very creative, bizarre outputs. All this with some powerful codes behind it. So with the help of programming and CheatLayer, we can develop a great product in phase 2. In phase 3, we will be moving from Canva to our own content creation platform because Canva has its own limitations. Now we can go further from Canva to Avna, where you will be able to create any number of content in multiple creative formats. All you'll be needing is your own creativity and some patience to create your own best art. In phase 3, we are not talking about generating content with some automated AI processes. Although we will be using AI technology to manipulate the images, but the content creation process itself is totally in the hands of the creator. That means you will be able to manipulate these images in different scenarios, at different contexts, in different possibilities, in ways that you usually won't even imagine. Now that, I believe, will produce a new form of art, a new form of creativity, and probably a new you, because it is going to change your perspective of what you can do with your creativity. And this is our product. I hope you like it. If I win this contest, I can use this money to develop this product further, and I can move to phase 2, where I'll be able to share with you the immense possibilities that I just shared. I hope you like the product. Thank you, and this is Gurudath signing off.